All right, everybody. It is Friday night. It means another Hot 10 show over here on the House of Stein. Shout out to Richie, who is not able to be here tonight. He's taking care of his pops. Send some positive thoughts and vibes towards his pop's way and Richie's way. Also, want to shout out to the Mighty Mel V, who's also recovering right now. And shout out to him, man. Much love to him. Talked to him on the phone the other day. He's doing good. And yeah. Make sure you guys send some positive thoughts his way. What up, Stein? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Just trucking along.
66 live, bro. Right at the beginning, man.
Home for 4 days and then back to Memphis next week.
Oh, great. What's going on there? Like, is it just destroyed or something?
No. Whoever's local is out of town. But I'm sitting there watching this. They're saying this tropical depression down in the Gulf right now looks like it's making a beeline for Tampa, and it could be a major hurricane by the time it gets there. So it could be a big deal if it hits Tampa dead on.
Yeah. Well, shout out to everybody that's here hanging out live. Thank you. Appreciate it. We have a great show tonight. Of course, you guys know how we do this. We've got the almost 10. We got the hot 10. We've got all the hot comics on the secondary market to talk about. Everybody that hangs out live with us, you make the show amazing. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. If you guys want to support us, that's the best way to support us. Check out our links, check out our channels, and share it out. But tell other people what you think. But more importantly, you guys, tonight we were lucky to call in a bullpen member, and it's probably one of our favorite people to call in from the bullpen, right?
If you guys do not know who this is and are not following him, you're totally missing out. His IG is hilarious every day.
Yeah. So love this dude, good dude. And so let me get my screen. I gotta share my screen for you guys, you know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna bring this guy in, we gotta do it right. We're going to get a copyright strike for this, but I don't care.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Paul's Problems. Oh, boy.
That was a heck of an intro. Hey, thank you.
Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you, too. Yeah, I was just chilling, the travel life, doing old man things, about to drink some sleepy tea and watch some classic Star Trek. And Stein said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Nothing."
Oh man, Paul just hanging out like an old man.
Yeah, counting my
grades. Got your little blankie and
right.
All right. Well, Paul knows how this works. We're gonna get into it, you guys. Let's get into the heart of the order, the almost 10. Starting off with a DC Universe variant cover. DCU talked about these last couple of weeks, pretty heavy on and off. Had a decent sale. I sold like a short box of these things, man. did not have this one. This is Superman Man of Steel number 18, the DCU variant, quote unquote 5th print.
Yeah, 5th print, which you can tell, of course, got the V underneath the price. I wish they would. It added some flair back then, rather than just saying first print, second, or second printing, third printing. Like just having that Roman numeral is cool. But this one was always like a good one to have. Like 9/8, always sold for, $150, $200 or something like that. But a raw copy of this sold this week for $175, which is a lot for a raw copy.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, on one of these days, I'm gonna pull it off. I'm gonna pull Voltron together, and we're gonna do a show with all the original 5 or 4 of you guys that put together that list, and I want to see if there's any new issues out there that people have found since the last time you guys talked about it.
Paul, do you buy these?
I've had a couple, but I don't think I've never had the 5th print for sure. But it was always one to pick up, despite it being DC.
175 raw, not bad.
Yeah.
All right, next, beautiful Vader down number 1 here.
Hey, did you hear? I'm sorry to interrupt you, because that's what I do. But did you hear James Earl Jones sold the rights to the voice, and he's retired? I heard today.
He sold the rights?
Because it's all
to the Vader's voice. I mean,
yeah, because they knew he was going to pass soon. You know how important his voice is, so they probably took him to like some crazy, mic'd up sound room place that they have him just say a bunch of different words, and by using those sounds from those words, they can do everything in the English language in his voice.
So they'll always have his voice as Vader's voice. Even if he's dead,
which is awesome.
Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, because it wouldn't sound right if it was anybody else.
Yes. Yeah, I agree, 100%. Even if they probably got somebody that tried to sound like him, it wouldn't sound right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Vader down number 1, the Mike McCone variant, the red variant.
Yeah, because he's got another variant. Do you either one of you know where this variant came from? Because it's not listed as it's not an incentive, or it's not listed as an incentive.
I've never seen it.
I hadn't either. But it sold for $250 raw. But I have no idea where it came from or how you got it.
Good question. Any of the Star Wars guys in the chat tonight, let us know if you have any idea where this one came from.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, oh, well, that's really cool. And then I was trying to find other Mike McCone, and he's got another variant for this, which I think is like a B cover or something, maybe something like that. But so I couldn't even find another one for sale. But I literally didn't even know this book existed.
Yeah, I've never seen it before either. All right, I don't remember seeing it, I should say.
What did it go for?
$250 raw.
Wow.
Yeah, remember Vader Down was only known for that one, and that was like the first 1 in 5,000 or whatever. That one
Jackson.
Jackson, yeah.
It was the Zdarsky variant, right?
Yeah, and it was like the first 1 in 5,000 book or something like that. I think that they ever had.
Yeah. It was interesting. They also did that one with the red-armed C-3PO. Shout out to Comic Chef, who says, Timmy Trumpet is great intro for the show. Yes, it is. I agree. That was awesome.
I want my own walk-up music.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I wonder what I would actually pick. It's funny, my daughter, for her soccer team, at home games, they have walkout music when they do the introductions.
That's awesome.
And all these other, high school girls, they're picking all this, new rap, all this stuff. And my daughter, she picks what does she pick? It's something from the 90s. It's the 90s music. It was like Mariah Carey or something like that.
Well, you need to start thinking of what you would have as your walkout intro, because I'm sure we can put together a nice intro. I'm sure there's some people out there that can help us with that too.
But wouldn't that get copyrighted?
No, man, we'll turn it into our own. We'll have some band out there redo it, or have somebody redo it in like a remix style.
So that's the way you can get it by.
Yeah, bro. Screw it. Let's do it. That's the way it works around here. Let's get it done. 124 live. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. How many thumbs up have we got right now? Chat, let us know how many thumbs up we got so we can try and get some more. 124.
Yeah, and hey, if you don't know where to find Paul, right there at Paul's_problems on Instagram. So make sure you go over there and sub up to him, because I'm telling you, you will laugh every day.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. That's I just love making people laugh, so it's a good time.
All right, on to the next one. Alex Garner showing back up on the list. Wonder Woman number 609, the 1 in 10 Garner variant. This was always kind of a book that if you saw, you would pick up. For a while there, it was a book people would search for. But now it's here back on the almost 10 list.
Yeah, because it's like it takes the 60, is it the 601 cover? And she's breaking through the 601 cover. So it's kind of cool. I mean, it kind of is, it's a little kind of variation on his own cover from 8 issues before that. But yeah, this one never got as much love as the 601, and then what was the last issue? 13 or
613. Yeah.
And those bookends always did really well. Like several, a couple $100 a piece on those, but the ones in the middle never got as much love. But this one this week sold for $90 raw, which is just a 1 in 10. But you just don't see these for sale anymore.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen that cover.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I guess it's just kind of like some of those books that people are like, I just want that for myself, and they just don't get rid of it.
Yeah, 125 viewers. We only have 25 thumbs up. 100 of you can't hit the thumbs up button. Jesus. No, I'm just joking. You should do it anyways, though. On to the next one. A big book of this week. Multiple stores selling this book, but there were some good ones out there, that was for sure. And that's the Creepshow number 1 variant. Shout out to Skybound for putting out a cool book. Paul, I know you were probably keeping an eye on this.
I haven't seen it yet. I feel like I'm just a dude off the street at this point when it comes to comics. I mean, that's an awesome cover, though. The last Creepshow I thought I saw was from Bird City, I think.
Yeah, Bird City did have one, I think. But this specific one is the Wanted Comics David Mack variant, which is awesome.
Looks nothing like David Mack.
No, it doesn't. You know why? Because he did it in acrylic. He never does acrylic. So he's like, I want to try something different.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, Drew's like, do it in acrylic. And it looks stunning, man.
Yeah, I am curious if the read on these is like fun, scary horror like it was back, but there are a ton of store variants on this.
This one is badass. Charlie Adlard variant for Heavy Metal Comics. I mean, it's Heavy Metal Comics though, like heavy metal, fucking old school. That's a perfect cover for that. Charlie Adlard. I haven't even thought of, like, I hate to say it, but I haven't thought of Charlie Adlard in a while, and it's nice to see him do a cover.
Yeah. So, John Longshot was asking what they're selling for. So like they're selling for like 50. There's a couple of them that are selling for more than 50. The silverbacks, which I'm not sure. I think it might be limited to like 150 or something really low. So they seem to be selling. A lot of them are selling for like $50.
This is Hive right here, Hive Comics.
Which there's no way that the buy-ins on these was $50. None of these stores would have been charging $50 for this. But
here's one of my favorites. Check out this one, dude. Shout out to Chin Potter, man. This is fan-fucking-tastic.
Who is that?
Chin Potter. He's an artist out. I think he's out here in Arizona. I'm almost 99% sure that he lives out here. I know he's around here a lot. Really good artist. He's the one that did that badass Department of Truth Banksy cover.
It looks more like a Hughes-ish.
It's great, bro.
I like the 3D. At least to me, the more you stare at it, the more 3D it gets.
He did let me see this. Did he do? maybe he did an IG post on this.
That'd be really cool to see what artists could do in other mediums, like Alex Ross. Give him something totally different and just see what he does.
Yeah, hold on. This is what he did. He did this. Hold on. Check this out.
So the Zombie Prophet says, "Show the 1 in 10. It's terrible." I don't know who did the 1 in 10.
Yeah, he did a really cool remark on it too, which I think is good. Where's the 1 in 10? What's the 1 in 10?
I don't know. I didn't see what the 1 in 10 looks like.
Let's take a look at what because there's a ton of them, man.
There are a bunch of covers for this one.
That mask or the face looked different on that last one. It reminded me of some other comic. I can't remember what it was.
Damn, look at all these, man.
Man, that's a lot of them.
All right, here we go. Let me just
that first one right there is the silverbacks.
So
yeah,
here's the silverbacks.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Here's the Potter. We already seen that. Declan Shelby. That's not bad. It's kind of creepy.
Is that a store?
I imagine, dude. I imagine a lot of these are store variants. This is the Hive Morales one that we just showed. Ivan Tao did a Devil Dog one. So, I mean, yeah. Hack. Here's a Hack. This one might be interesting. This is a con. Is it a con exclusive?
I don't know.
I like
SSCO exclusive. I don't know what that means if that's a con.
I like Hack. This stuff's good.
There's a Kirkham variant. So yeah, there's a ton of them. There's a ton of variants for this, but some really good ones. Like we showed. I really like the Mac variant. I really like the Chin Potter variant. I really like the Heavy Metal variant and the Hive variant. A lot of good ones out there. Check them out. All right, next on the list, Ghost Rider 22. This is a 1 in 10 green variant, right?
Yeah, so I was trying to, because this is from 2008. So
I don't remember ever talking about this.
I don't either. So I was this is when I was this is during my hiatus, so I don't even remember this at all. But this was the Jason Aaron run, and it doesn't say variant on the number. And the only difference between this and the regular cover is the regular cover's red, and this is like green, which I think somebody was saying it was like a scroll, maybe like has something to do with the scrolls or something like that. But you can see that it does say on the barcode, it does have the 2, so you can at least tell that it is a variant there, but it doesn't say variant like all the other Marvel things did. But this is a $40 book, but the current, I mean, like it sold for $40. The current asking prices are like over $100 for this.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know how hard this really is to get. I know what was that that other scroll variant that had that Ani Granov scroll. What was that from?
There's a Captain America one too, wasn't there too?
Yeah, and it was like really like you never see it, you can't find it. The Granov, where they're like it's like the women's scrolls or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the same time period or not, but
sorry, hold on.
Yeah, the Iron Man Vegas, that's it. Thanks, Patrick. Yeah, that was what it was. But yeah, like that's the only difference. But again, I mean, if you see it, apparently it's pretty hard to get.
It's a cool book. Very cool book. I like it. All right, next on the list, another one that has multiple variants out there. That is for damn sure. Grim Spotlight number 9, the Zodiac Kickstarter Keith Garvey lingerie variant out of 200. That's a lot of words.
I have no idea what this book is. I didn't know Zenix Scope was doing Kickstarters, but apparently they are. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, but this is selling for $130 and more. So,
and there's a ton of different variants. There's a hero variant where one's like Wonder Woman, one's Supergirl. I got to be honest. Like this is such a great business model. This is almost as good a business model as Do You Poo. You know what I mean? Like you can just throw a couple bodies up there, put them in a pose, and then just change how many pieces of clothing they have on, or the type of clothing they have on, and sell like 10 different versions of the book to.
I guess, yeah, and I mean, and make them all super limited.
Yes. Yeah, call them Kickstarter variants, lingerie variants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is probably not one. This is not one you're going to see anywhere. But again, this is somebody is buying these books and paying really good money, especially in this market.
Yeah, 130 G's.
I know, right?
Yeah. This next one came out this week. New Mutants number 30, the 1 in 50 Bill Sienkiewicz variant. And this is interesting. 40th anniversary of the New Mutants.
Yeah. This one's selling. So this is a 1 in 50. It's selling for 50 to 60. So it's not like, killing it. But I mean, I don't hate it. I can't figure out what's going on. Like, why is she sideways and
Right.
and whoever I can't even tell who the archer is. Maybe it's like Red Wolf or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, why is he forward and she's sideways? I can't.
It's the first thing that came to mind. I know you hate those sideways covers.
Yeah, but I'm like, this isn't really a sideways cover, so I'm really confused. What's going on?
Her leg is up like she's jumping over something. Her hand is down like she's vaulting over something, maybe?
I guess.
It's because it's Sienkiewicz, man. He can do whatever he wants.
That's true. He pretty much can.
Yeah. Bunch of short stories in this. I don't know if it's if the story will be anything crazy, but there's a bunch of variants for it. The A cover looks great too. So,
but this, I mean, I would think that a 1 in 50, even though I think there might have been an exclusive on this, I don't think there's a huge number. If there is an exclusive, there can't be more than 1 or 2 exclusives. So I would think that a 1 in 50 would still be fairly difficult. Like 6 months from now, like you're probably not going to see a lot of these out there in 6 months.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see. Next on the list, we have a beautiful Jenny Frison cover.
Ooh.
Yeah, this one's really awesome. This is Stuff of Nightmares number 1, the 1 in 50 Jenny Frison variant. And you could do some really cool remark stuff to this. That's the first thing I think of.
What color, man? Green maybe would pop. Silver.
I want to get this one for Paul and then give him like a silver Sharpie and just let him draw the outline of the body.
Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. That you could do so many different types of like outlines. Like this should become one of the new sketchbooks, you guys. Like take this to Trish Forstner at Baltimore and ask her to draw something, whatever, behind it, or whatever that person is or being is.
Yeah, just a smile would be sweet.
Yeah, bro. Like a green and purple smile.
Yeah.
Or a green smile.
Yeah, this is another one of these. I mean, it's 1 in 50. It is a number 1, but it's a Boom. It's a Boom Studios. Now, is it Boom that has the great return policy where you can order a bunch up front and then they'll take a bunch of returns?
I don't know if they still have that policy. So that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to know. Now, I know it's not like fully returnable. Like, I mean, you don't just get credit. I mean, you just get a credit back. So it's not like you get cash back. So it still does take some kind of financial risk. You can't just sit there and just order 1,000 copies and then know that you can return 950 of them and keep all the variants.
Yeah.
But
what do you mean? You can't do that.
What do you mean you can't do that?
I'm just joking with you, bro. On to the next one. How much did this sell for?
This one's selling for like 50. It's right at ratio.
Yeah, not bad. All right, next on the list. This one was kind of weird. Jack Staff number 1 from 2000, the year 2000. Now, I guess Jack Staff was in another series before this.
I guess I'm not really. I I literally have no idea what this is. It looks like a fourth grader drew this. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, maybe he got together with like Peach Momoko and Rob Liefeld at the same time and was like, "Hey, let's draw some cool pictures."
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah. Look at number 3, dude. Hold on.
Only with your non-dominant hand.
Look at number 3. 3 is the same way. Maybe
Yeah,
it's meant to be that way.
yeah. It's from the publisher is Dancing Elephant Press.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's just his weapon is a stick. I mean, it's literally just a stick.
It's Donatello, man.
Except for he doesn't even have a shell to protect his back. He has nothing. And that dog is just randomly placed. I have no
Bandit from Johnny Quest. That's a good one. Solo Wookiee.
It's so random. But this sold for like $45.
Wow.
But I think this is only like in the UK or something, which I guess would make sense because of the outfit he's got there.
I got a question. Is that thing hanging between his legs a place to put his bow staff on his back?
Maybe he's got a
what
sword
is that
back
hanging
there.
between his legs? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not really sure. And
that's pretty hardcore, bro.
Man, and
that is a pose and a half, man. That that feels like yeah.
His left shoulder is like the size of his waist.
Obviously, Zombie Prophet. Obviously, bro.
I mean, his head is like hanging on by a thread over on his right shoulder. I can't quite. This is just.
It's his cricket bat. Yeah, it's a cricket bat.
Anyway, Jack Staff. He's Britain's greatest hero. That's sad.
That is a Jack Staff.
Sorry, sure. Britain.
Yeah.
You lose.
How much did this sell for?
Like $45.
Wow, bro. If I saw this book, I would buy it now for sure, dude. 100%.
Oh my gosh.
I'd be all over this. All right, next book.
On the hunt.
Yeah, next book. A book that I do have because I was lucky enough to go to the event, the Spawn Alamo Draft House record-breaking 301 issue, which was pretty freaking cool. That's where I met Solo Wookiee for the first time.
Do you have this one or do you have the color one? Because I have
this one and this one.
So that is the one that had a bunch of sales this week. Is this color one? Which I can't believe that you bought this. Why? It's an homage.
This was back when they were cool, dude.
But it's still an homage.
I know, but this is when the homages were cool. Like, this is one of the really cool ones still, kind of. And then you got to meet Todd McFarlane and hang out with him and get told a Solo Wookiee starts talking up McFarlane's wife, just like, hey, tell us what it was like, in the early days of Spawn, this and that. And she starts telling us these stories about, the early days of Spawn and how she didn't want him to do something in some issue, and she quit being the editor of Spawn because he did it anyways, and all these funny stories that you never ever hear. And it was a really cool event, dude. Actually, matter of fact, I saw Anthony there from Bird City. There was a big line outside, and it was cool.
What was it? Can you tell us what it was that he did that she didn't like?
It was killing. Oh, it was the killer kidnapping the kids. She thought that remember how the killer would kidnap the kids, and didn't he cut off? That killer who kidnapped the kids did something really dark, and I can't remember what it was. It was either like wearing a necklace or cutting off fingers or something.
Jeez.
Yeah. Was it the death of Kincaid? Was that what it was, Solo Wookiee? I don't know. It had something to do with some killer and doing something weird, if I remember correctly. But anyways, it was really cool. And then when you got in, it's a freaking bar. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Alamo Draft House, but it's a cool place to go watch. Like, they do cool movies and events there. Like, I think when Tarantino's flick with where they're riding in the fucking cart, the horse cart, they go to that bar and they're trying to figure out who's the killer or whatever. That whole thing. They showed a version of that, like in its original shot camera mode, and you get to drink beer and chill at this bar and get all this stuff. It's a cool little cool little place. So he had it all set up. He had all of the original art there from like that he owns or that he has, and just these beautiful, covers to all these amazing books that, McFarlane did. Cool shit, man.
Fun.
A lot of fun. You could only get 2 per person, and they sold both of these. So I bought a set, and then I bought a set for my homie Chuck, and they were like, I think we paid $40 a piece for them at the time.
Well, this color one had 9/8 had been selling for like 150. Now this is $150 to $200 raw.
Yeah,
by itself. So
yeah. Well, here you go. Solo Wiki says it was because he slayed the Kincaid and hung him from the chains. Last page of issue 3. She said it was too violent, so she quit. Unless you ask Todd, he fired her. So there you go.
That's how you keep a healthy marriage.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, that was cool. And these grade really nice too. On to the next one. A couple interesting ones. Shout out to Drew at Wanna Comics for reminding me how freaking amazingly hot 8-bit covers are right now. And here's a couple 8-bit covers for you guys. So yeah, so this is a cool one right here. This is Contest of Champions #1 Scotty Young variant from Marvel Comics. I don't know what it's going for, but it's a cool 8-bit cover that you don't normally see.
That's first what, White Fox?
Let's take a look and see. I was going to actually look and see on the live show what they are selling for.
I believe that is first White Fox.
Yeah, I've never seen that one before. Who's the artist?
Scotty Young. Scotty.
Yep, Scotty Young.
Take a look here. All right. Not bad. You can get them for like $18. It looks like $17, $8. So nice book to go pick up and find. $8.99. There you go. It might be a good book to look into spec wise. So there is that. Also another quick, interesting book here. Another 8-bit variant. Superior Foes of Spider-Man #1. The 8-bit variant. So
mouthful.
Yeah, there's just a couple 8-bit variants that you don't see very often, and 8-bit variants are super, super hot right now. And I think that, I'll say it again, I think that it would be cool to get all these 8-bit variants and put them in the big shout out for the sellout today, Bird City Comics, on another comic homage or a video game homage. Their 8 Billion Genies did a 4th printing today, and it's sold out. So shout out to them. But I guess you can get these at Baltimore. So really, really cool book.
When is Baltimore?
Baltimore is at the end of October.
Oh, so a month from now.
Yeah. So shout out to Mighty Mel V. There he is. Mel, much love, brother. Hope you're doing well. Everybody, throw up some ones in the chat to send some love to Mighty Mel V. He's in the house. Let him know that you guys are thinking about him. Let's get on to the Hot 10. Starting off with the Golden Age variant. Young King Cole. What, number 8?
Yeah, Young King Cole number 8.
Those are some hideous bangs, I just gotta say. Mom did her wrong. Something went, man.
Yeah, I was trying to figure this cover out. One, because why is her head so big and they're so small? Is she looking through like a boat, like the windows in a boat, or is she she's like a giant woman or something? I can't figure out what's going on. Then why is the football player trying to kill the cheerleader? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, this was a promise collection that sold this week of this. So
that's awesome, dude.
And it was a 9.6. How on earth you could have a 9.6 of this book? Beyond me. Sold for $4,500, which you're like, oh, okay, that's probably about right. Well, the next highest grade in this book was a 9.2. That is a Mile High copy that sold. Now, granted, it was 18 years ago that it sold, but only sold for $150. So the fact that this sold for $4,500 is massively more than what this book has ever sold for. But it is one that doesn't come up often, so it's a weird cover. I can't figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Well, it's that red really pops on it, so that probably makes it a much desired book. It's kind of cool seeing the old school outfits for a cheerleader and a football player, man.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know if you guys noticed this either, but the brunette's neck looks like it goes forever. Like she is a giraffe.
Yeah. Yeah. I forget who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody, and we were talking about, like, I think in the conversation, like, what if some of these artists drew today, they wouldn't even be recognized. You know what I mean? And like this was back then, this was like quote unquote cutting edge comic art. You know?
Right.
So very interesting. What did it sell for the Promise Collection? You could have got a Promise Collection book, guys, for how much?
$4,500. Highest in the census. 9.6.
That's not a bad price to pay.
Well, see, again,
Promise Collection book, bro.
I mean, you think that, but then you're just like, well, this book has only ever sold for like $150, so it's not like it's ever been like one of those like, oh, that's a classic cover. You know, this thing is, you know, it just doesn't really come up for sale. So it's like you don't really know if $4,500 is a lot, but my mind is still thinking at some point I would like to just have a Promise Collection book just to buy and keep, and just regardless of what it is, I just want one.
Yes, I agree with you. I wonder if this is one of the oldest books in the collection, right? Because probably like the older books might sell for more.
I don't know.
Or less.
I mean, this was 48, but I feel like there were some that were from the mid 40s in there.
So Hi Nathan says there are Promise Collection books for well under $1,000.
You can. There are some that are not as, you know, 9.6, you know, stupid high grades or whatever. I do think it just having that story to tell about that book would be just really cool to have.
And I'm sure you could find a cool one too. Like you could find a reason to buy one of them.
Sure.
Just buy that one to threaten your kids if you have daughters. Like, I'm going to cut your hair like this if you don't live.
I don't know, dude. I've seen some chicks that rock that haircut pretty damn well, dude.
Man, it is a weird.
That's for sure.
That is a weird one. Not that I have any room to talk about haircuts or anything like that, but
on to the next book. Honorable mention of the week: Shirtless Bear-Fighter #2, Shirtless Bear-Fighter 2 #2, the Powell 1 in 10 variant.
I want this book. I don't know why. The fact that he's about to smash Winnie the Pooh with a giant boulder, and he's really mad at Winnie the Pooh. I'm not really sure why, but he is really angry with him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't really tell why I like this, but it's selling for like $20. Not that that's really that surprising with any of these Shirtless Bear-Fighter variants anymore, but it's so weird. Like, what is going on?
Dude, I gotta be honest here. I think that I don't know what you guys think, but I think that this could probably be we need to get like a Skeff's Comics. That could be Skeff's Comics right there, bro. That could be Skeff's Comics right there. Do you guys know what Skeff Comics looks like? It looks just like that, dude. Skeff Comics needs to do a Halloween version of that right there, dude. Let me show you what Skeff Comics look like.
I mean, like the person?
Yeah, bro. Check this out. That looks like Skeff. That looks like Skeff right there, dude. It's Skeff. It's pretty good, man.
That's funny.
Yeah. See, Mighty Mel V agrees.
Yeah, it is so weird. Like this whole series, I think I've got to read this. Everybody keeps saying it's really fun to read. Like they like it, so I really should just. I'm sure this is on digital free somewhere. So just weird. Yeah. But I don't know why. I don't know why. I just want to see Pooh get smashed.
There is a really cool Shirtless Bear-Fighter from the original series, Shirtless Bear-Fighter or Jesse James Comics variant. That was pretty cool back in the day. It's pretty rare. Some of those ones, you know, that Scotty Young one was on the show the other week. That thing sells for a ridiculous amount of money too.
Mel passes on all poo.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Makes good business though, man. Dude's killing it.
Yeah.
On how much did you say this was selling for?
Like 20, like double ratio.
Is it just because he's getting ready to kill Winnie the Pooh, or is it because the series is good? Also, that's what I want to know.
That's a good question. Anybody who's paying $20, I would like to know.
Send Mighty Mel V the link. He probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'll send it to him anyways. Link has been sent to Mighty Mel V.
I thought he was retired.
He's retired, bro. He comes out of retirement every week, dude. It's like Tom Brady. So, on to the next one, number 10. This is interesting. Deceased War of the Undead Gods number 2, the 1 in 50 Sun Kamunaki variant.
Okay, I'm really gonna make myself seem really stupid here. Who is this character?
I don't read Wonder Woman, so I can't tell you.
It's clearly not Wonder Woman. It's clearly not Wonder Woman. I don't know who this character is. Is this Wonder? Is this Wonder Girl? I don't know.
It could be. How about we take a quick look?
I literally don't know, but I don't know. I mean, I'm like you. I just don't do much DC anymore. I don't read anything DC. But she is on the A cover as well. So, okay, that is Wonder Girl, who is now Wonder Woman.
Huh.
So where's Wonder Woman?
Interesting.
Man, I probably I mean, I feel really stupid even saying that. I feel like if I don't know that Wonder Woman is not Wonder Woman, then I'm way off on what's going on DC. But I don't think does anybody really care what's going on in DC?
Nobody is reading DC right now, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are people who are reading DC, and people are gonna give me a lot of shit for saying that right now. But even people that I know read DC have been telling me the last couple of weeks that it's been bad lately, and I'm just not reading it.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, like I see this. I see the appeal. Yeah, it's deceased. I don't really. Hey, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
Over and under.
Listen, let me tell you myself. When I said I said I'll be back eventually.
Fix your mic. I love to have to say it every fucking show. That's why I love Mel.
Oh, hold up.
Okay, so they're saying that's because it's deceased.
I mean, she's a pretty corpse then, I guess.
I guess. All right, so yeah, it's very strange. I see the appeal. I wish there was a background. I wish there was more action on the pose, but I can see why people are spending, $60 for it.
Yeah, for sure.
You said $60?
Yeah.
Wow.
Cardstock cover, I imagine.
I would assume.
Yeah. DC. Here's what I will say. I will give DC credit. Their quality on the paper product is good, right? They're much better right now than Marvel. Shout out to Mr. Longshort that says Sun Kamunaki is legit. She's got some bangers. That's a $20 super chat from the one and only Mr. Longshort. Make sure you guys are following his IG.
She's got a lot of covers for sure.
Yeah. It's good. It's good shit. So.
Okay. Well, at least somebody told me what's going on. Then that's a big help.
Yeah. All right. Next on the list at number 9. Now this is an interesting one. You there, Mel?
Yeah, I was saying if it wasn't for Paul, I wouldn't be here. So. Hi, Paul.
Hey, man. Good to see you.
I missed everybody. Thank you for all the well wishes. I'm just here. I'm being entertained. So you guys go ahead.
Hell yeah, brother. This is an interesting one. I don't know. I actually had a little bit of a hard time trying to find out what's going on here. Is Edge of Spider-Verse number 3. It's an In-Huck Lee variant. I couldn't find this book for the longest time.
Yeah,
Brand new?
It is brand new. Just came out. And is my voice coming? Am I echoing?
No, I don't think so. Chat, is anybody echoing? Let us know.
Yeah, somebody is echoing.
I can't tell if it's mine.
What about now?
No echo.
No echo?
All right. Nap, what about now? What about now?
Okay.
There
I don't
we
hear
go.
myself now.
Right.
Yeah,
Cool.
so as people were saying, this is like I think this is like some type of a Whatnot exclusive or something like that, but it is with A&Z Comics. And most of the sales, I don't think he was selling any of them on his website. I don't think, I think it's strictly sold only on Whatnot. And so all the sales so far have been on Whatnot for this. Now there's a Virgin and then there's a trade dress. The trade dress has, I think, is $750 and the Virgin is $500 with individual numbered like trading cards or something. But this is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous cover, right?
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's 100% beautiful. It's one of the better In-Huck Lee books.
That one cat's face ruins it a little bit for me. Like, I went to sleep a dog and woke up a cat. Like, what's going on with my life? But I like the pants. It probably look the most realistic to me.
Yeah, I just think that with the background of the city and the pink and the hair, I just think this looks. Even the little Spidey keychain is a nice little touch. Yeah. Little added touch, but
so this is what Black Cat's daughter?
Yeah.
It's like Black Cat to me.
It's not Black Cat, it's
Edge of Spider-Verse character, right?
Yeah, I can't remember the
Edge of Spider-Verse number 3 just started in this, right? In this Chat, let us know.
But yeah, it's a
Night Spider.
Yeah, Night Spider. That's it. Yeah, I think the reason I put it on here, I'm sure there's going to be people that are saying, "Oh, well, it was advertised on whatever on CBSI, and that's why you put it on here." Had nothing to do with that. I actually didn't even know it was advertised on CBSI until actually I had already put it on here, and then saw that. I think you guys give me too much credit sometimes that I'm reading every single thing that's out there and watching every single podcast that's out there. That's not the case at all. I don't have time to do that. I don't have the energy to do that. So I was not even aware until this was already on here. I just knew that it was selling, so that's why it's on here.
What are they going for on eBay?
So I'm not sure that any have been sold on eBay as of yet. I think that's strictly on Whatnot. They are selling for the set. They're selling for like $125 or more for the two. So probably I would say it's probably like $50 and $75 individually, but I think they're being sold as sets right now. So it's a minimum like 120. If you get it below 100 to 125, you're probably got it as a deal. Once these start hitting eBay, we'll see what the people outside of Whatnot pay for it.
Yeah, it's not even selling. It doesn't look like.
Yeah, but again, I don't push people to go to Whatnot, but you have to also understand that eBay is not the only place to buy things anymore. There for probably 15 years it was. I mean, it was eBay and that's it. And now that it's not, some people don't like that. You cannot like the platform, but there are a lot of sales going on there. And it's going
to be very interesting when eBay comes around swinging their big cricket bat at everyone here soon. And I imagine that there's also a lot of people going back to Facebook Marketplace selling live on there. Shout out to Just James Comics. I would love to figure out a way to get data from all of them. And I know it's probably impossible, but I feel like the people that could be close enough to doing it would be somebody like Cover Price, right? Like shout out to Cover Price. Maybe they can figure out a way to get data from Whatnot. Whatnot can figure out a way to do it, give them some of the data. But I think that would tend, in order to do that, you have to force people to name their product a certain way. And I don't know if you could pull that off. So
yeah. I mean, I'm looking at your guys' comments, and I mean, it's funny. I mean, I'm seeing like, oh, I like the cover, but I'm not buying it because it's Whatnot. I hate Whatnot. No, they should not be doing exclusives, all this stuff. And I guess maybe this is not really the forum to have that conversation. But I am curious as to, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Whatnot apologist by any means. I am curious as to why it matters where the books are sold to you.
Oh man,
I think it matters big time, bro. I think it matters big time. Yeah.
Why?
Well, would you buy a book from somebody you don't respect if they were the only people selling it?
I mean, I will say I buy products at probably 50 different stores, and I guarantee you that I do not respect their CEOs.
But we're talking comic books, Ben. We're not talking about something in the grocery store.
But it could be anything. I mean, right? I mean, do we really respect CEOs of these corporations? Do we really respect the people that run Walmart? No,
I agree.
I don't.
Well, again, that's why that saying is there. It's how you spend your money that says a lot about, you can make a difference by how you're spending your money. That's why a lot of people don't go to Target or Walmart, or they don't go.
Yeah, but I mean, pretty much. I mean, we buy Apple iPhones, we buy Nikes, we buy. I mean, it doesn't. It could be 1,000 different products that we buy, and we don't respect any of those companies or what they stand for.
Hey, man, that's a great point, and we try. And I think that we'll never get to a situation where we can honestly talk about it without feeling a little bit swayed a certain way in the comic world that it is right now. There is, and you can see a lot of people talking about it in the chat live, that a lot of people are backing off from exclusives, period, bro.
What's funny, I mean, we talk about that, but I will tell you, for the past 4 months, I've been churning and looking at books in general. And as a whole, keys are down tremendously.
Yes.
Across the board. Variants down across the board. Exclusives, not so much. Exclusives still hold. They're still selling. So either the numbers are cooked, which they might be.
What do you mean? Well, hold on, because here's the thing. Here's the other question that we got to throw in there. And by the way, you guys, this is a great conversation right here. This is how people have conversation right here. So this is important, right? To have a digestible conversation that we're not hating, we're not yelling at each other and stuff. So key in on this right here. What's something we need to look at is, are exclusives selling well on eBay? But most in secondary markets, but most exclusives, there are people that have exclusives that they've done that they're sitting on cases of that still don't sell, aka the famous UF4. That's why they repurposed it. So I don't know if exclusives are selling well. I mean, a lot of the people that are in that exclusive game right now are doing the thing where they have to share with other people. Look at that Inhuck Lee book, the Magic Inhuck Lee book that we were talking about the other day, that every store out there is saying they only have 800 copies, but there's 6 stores saying they have 800 copies.
Oh, I know, and there is definitely all kinds of weird stuff going on out there. And Cool Comic Guy says no 1 in 50 exclusives hit. I'm not talking about what ones hit and rise into some stratosphere of value. That's not what I'm talking about. These stores are buying. Let's say, this Marvel, let's say they're buying 3,000 copies of it. They're paying cover price for it. So if it's a $4.99, so they're paying $15,000. Well, if they're selling for 20, they only have to sell 750 of those to break even. They don't have to sell 3,000. So when we talk about what hits and what doesn't hit to a store is two totally different things. Just because it doesn't go up to $75 doesn't mean that it's not a hit for the store. If they sell half their product, they doubled their money. They don't care. So they can they can have 1,500 copies sitting back at the store. They don't care. That's free money. They've already doubled their cash flow.
Is that good for?
I'm not saying it's good or bad for the
I know,
the
but
hobby.
that's the question, right?
But what I'm saying is when we look at it through a very, very tunnel vision, perspective, as when we buy a book and we're like, okay, well, I spent $20 on that book. I'm not making money until it's now selling for 50 or 60. Okay, so we have that in our tunnel vision. But when we go back and look and say, well, these companies they're buying these things for $4.99. They're not spending. They're charging us 20
or less,
right?
Less.
They're charging us 20. Okay, well, they don't have to sell through all of them. If they do, great, but they don't have to. What I'm saying is, on the secondary market on eBay, if you go through and you look, there are tons and tons of sales. And that
was my question.
Yes,
that was my question.
In that $20 range, we may think, oh, that's not a hit. But if that company keeps selling them for $20 a piece and they continue to just keep churning them out, that's all free money for them.
Well,
which is why there's exclusives on almost every title almost every week, because they're making money off of this.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a time where this shit has to stop. Some people just do exclusive just to be doing them. Some of them don't even fucking look great. I don't know why people buying these shits. I've been on record to say I only buy from 2 retailers, Hive and Bird City, because they actually put care into the shit that they put out, and that shows with their sales. I see some books that just like, why would you even do a cover for this? And the cover looks like shit. Like, why would you put this out to the people? Then they get mad and nobody buys them. So it's gonna come to a crash in for a lot of this shit.
Well, I think the 100% key right now is this: is it limited? And if it is limited, what did you do with the copies that you had to destroy? If you had to destroy copies, because if you're saying you have a limited Marvel book, I know you have either extra copies or you destroyed the copies, and how did you destroy them? And that's another question that I'm sure we're going to get onto at some point on some show during the week again, like we always do. But the only way that the exclusive game continues is if they chill out and they do exactly that, what you were saying, Mill, put out quality product. It's not about just putting out product because you have a deadline coming up.
And be transparent. It's back when this store variant shit first started. We didn't know that retailers had to order the 3,000 copies. People have gotten so smart over the years. You tell somebody that's only it's limited to 500 on a Marvel book, they can look like you crazy. Like, everybody knows it's 3,000. Like, yo, where the rest of them? And then you start seeing them Christmas sales and Thanksgiving sales, whatnot sales. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, and in this book particular, like I said, I mean, it's not the perfect solution because it's not on the book itself. If it was serial numbered on the book, that would be the perfect scenario.
Yes.
But this one does come with an exclusive, like it comes like a trading card that has, so it can't be reproduced with the book number on it. So if you don't have that trading card, then it's not,
I think the trading card's a cool idea and it's a fun little thing, but it's just another COA at the end of the day.
It is. But again, I mean, it is something that is at least somewhat verifiable. Again, I'm not critiquing the entire market. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, that would be a much longer show than we're ready for.
Yeah, and again, I'm just basically saying that when I've looked through these sales, and when you look at the prices of Silver Age keys, Modern Age keys, just keys in general have just plummeted on so many. I mean, you see what the Young Avengers 9/8 are selling for, like $450.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got a theory for all that as well. It's like everybody got. I mean, it's no more new collectors. It's that new collector wave has just died out. You know what I'm saying? Then we spoke about this way back. I said once that free money run out, that government money run out, everything's going to start taking. So it's a combination of both those things. Now, another thing, it's nothing really to spec on. Like what are people specking on? No, nobody's really talking about anything because Marvel shows have been getting kicked in the ass. Nobody really likes these Marvel shows. Like, what are you specking on? What's the next big thing? I do think Spec is going to pick back up when Black Panther comes out because I think something's going to happen within that film that's going to get everybody riled up again. Just kind of like how it did with Black Panther 1.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, let's move on to the next book this week at number 8. Speaking of Marvel Spec, that could be picking up here soon. This is a cool book right here. Captain America number 3, the Captain America Sam Wilson series number 3, and that's a pretty dope book. This book it might have been Ultra that was talking about it when he was doing his variant. Yeah, his what are they called, the qualifier variant stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like there was a qualifier variant maybe for this also, but this is a very recognizable cover, and yeah, I like it, man. What's it selling for right now in the secondary?
Yeah, so obviously this thing spiked back when the Falcon and Winter Soldier show was going on. Everybody was like, "Oh, there's Joaquin Torres," all this great. He's gonna, everybody was like, "Oh, he's gonna be the next, Falcon since whatever, since Anthony Mackie's gonna be the new Captain America and all this stuff." Then it kind of quieted down because he wasn't really in that show that much, and then all of a sudden now he's going to be in Thunderbolts, right? And I guess this week they confirmed that he is going to be the new Falcon, which I think pretty much everybody knew, but having that confirmation at least is somewhat nice. So these 9/8 were selling for this, like back in July, were like 130. Now they're like 150 to 200. I still think that's if he really is going to be Falcon and it's going to be like an ongoing thing, 150 might not be. It still seems like a pretty cheap gamble to me in the big scheme of things.
Yeah, amen. There was a big drop off on him too, right after the series. I think when he wasn't in it as big as people thought, and that book just totally died. So whoever got in at that time, man, congrats again. Buy the dip.
Yeah, and what is it, number 5, where he's the first Falcon, where he's actually Falcon? So that I would prefer that book over this book, but I think it's a kind of a preference thing at that point.
Yeah. So what did you say it was selling for? About 250?
150 to 200 for 9/8 of this. Yeah.
Not bad. All
right, what were these going for? Sorry, Ben. What were these going for during when the spike?
It feels like they were more than that.
Like 4 to 5.
When he first hit the series, they were flying. But again, it's so hard to judge prices now because all that stuff was happening still in COVID. People were still just raking money. They were just buying everything. And pretty much nothing was going down at that point. That's another kind of, complete opposite fact is you kind of have to look back. You kind of have to take the 2020, 2021 and just throw that completely out the window when you're looking at your graphs on what's going up and what's going down. Just cut those 2 years out completely as not real. Like that was like all fake, fantasy land, and then go back to your graph without those 2 years. And then it might flatten that curve out some.
I miss fantasy land.
This does also have that cameo appearance of the Serpent team. What was that team?
Serpent 7?
Society. Yeah.
I don't know why I fucking said Serpent 7, but
Serpent Society, I think they were called. Anyways, on to the next one at number 7, a book we talked about last week that is back on the list. It's nice to see some of these books double up every once in a while. And this is an interesting one, a very interesting one. Incredible Hulk number 256 at number 7. The Sabra stuff is continuing to get some love, it looks like.
Yeah, basically 9/6 are now like 375. Newsstand Raws are 60 plus. It's one of those characters I think it's got enough controversy, real or not, somebody's making it controversial. That and now the fact that Marvel's basically doubled down and said we're not, this is going to be she's going to be in this is a character.
What did I miss? What is this?
So this character is she's Israeli, and like something about the army that she's in is Israeli army, and
Mossad.
so some Palestinians don't like that, but like I can't remember, somebody was in the chat last week and said that they were in the Palestinian army and this didn't bother them at all. So
yeah,
I don't know if it's made up controversy or what. I'm not 100% sure.
But she's also a mutant, Mel. That's the crazy thing. She's a mutant also, and
she's definitely going to be in what movie
MCU.
or what show?
See now.
Secret Invasion.
Okay. Is it Secret Invasion? I can't remember.
Yeah.
One that's coming. Yeah, no, the one that's coming up sometime soon. Not like 6 years down the pipeline or something like that.
Yeah. So interesting. Captain America: New World Order. There you go.
Yeah, the new Captain America.
So that's interesting. Is that going to be a movie?
Thank you, H&H.
Yeah, I thought so.
Is it a movie? Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not a series.
No, it's a movie.
Yeah, she's definitely not going to be in Andor.
No, Mephisto's in Andor. You guys didn't know that?
Yeah.
He's coming.
On to the next one at number 6, you guys. Amazing Spider-Man number 503 is moving, and I think this might have been about the time when JR forgot how to draw.
Holy cow, look at Spider-Man. What the heck is going on?
We were laughing at a Rob Liefeld Spider-Man cover the other day so hard, and this might be worse.
Spider-Man's about to get some action.
It looks like he's about to pounce, bro, on three kids.
Or get pounced on.
Yeah. Fuck,
or in.
Yeah. I mean, is that Webb?
I hope. It's bad.
Don't laugh too hard, brother.
That's what I'm trying not to do, but this is crazy.
Yeah.
Man,
so all right. So what do we got? Despite the cover, we got a first appearance going in here, and it's actually a pretty cool character.
Yeah, first appearance of Loki's daughter, Tess Black. I'm not really sure if I tried to find why this, because I saw a bunch of sales on this. I tried to find like some kind of news or something. I couldn't really find anything, for like Loki series season 2 or something like that. But I didn't see anything. But that doesn't mean it's not there. But yeah, I mean, it basically was like, this was like less than a $10 book, and now it's double that. It's 15 to 20. This is 503, so print run was not low at the 500 mark. So it's, I don't know. I mean, you guys do what you want to with this.
So Loki's daughter is, I guess she's going to appear in Loki? Season 2?
Who knows, I guess. But
well,
I mean,
for all of 2 seconds? I stopped. Yeah. It's TV.
That's the thing, is like, people are, I mean, you got to be a little, I mean, at least this thing didn't go to like $50 or something. Just because somebody said, hey, this person's going to be in season 2. Oh, we're going to spend $50 on it. And then find out they're in, 7 seconds. And I don't know. It's the cover on this. I just wouldn't buy this. I think I just ripped the cover off of this. I can't look at this cover is horrendous.
It's also got another first appearance in it of Morrowind. So a big time sorceress.
Yeah, I would definitely pass on this one.
Yeah.
It looks like a cover that Coy should write about in his ugly cover article.
Yeah.
I miss Coy.
I do too.
Everybody does, man.
Stupid Coy.
I know. Fucking Coy.
Hey, man, a lot of unpressable talk as of late. On to the next one at number 5 this week. Vanish number 1, the Stegman Spawn variant.
Didn't Donnie Cates like 5 motherfuckers that look just like this?
Yeah, it looks like Donnie Cates.
Was it what was the guy's name? Fuck. Go ahead, it'll come to me. I'm sorry. He was in the Venom book, and he's like, God damn it, man. He looks just like this guy.
Yeah, man. It does look a little bit like Null. You are correct.
It was
looks a little
Null.
bit like Null.
No, it's what the fuck was that dude's name? He's coming back.
Well, there's a lot of talk over this book right now. That's for sure. I guess there was at one point, again, another exclusive where a guy got a bunch of other retailers to become part of it and ran out on them. And we hear of that happen about once or twice a year, I feel like. That's kind of how it started off. It started off with the Donnie Cates stuff, but then I started hearing about that. And now I saw this, and there's a foil version of this coming out, I guess, too, right?
Of this, I have no idea. All I know is this is like from their Substack. So this is not like, you can't buy this in stores or anything like that. This is like straight from their Substack. So who knows what the print run on this is.
Kotex. That guy, Kotex.
Oh, Kodak, yeah.
You 100% can get it, man, from his store. That's crazy. Check this out.
Now, says it.
Is this a different book?
Oh, that's it.
All I see is Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Steg World. That's from Stegman himself.
Okay, so he's selling it on his website and at the Kickstarter. But the reason I saw this is because he's selling also foil versions.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so we're gonna see foil. Like I said, we're gonna see foil versions of this book.
It's just starting to make my head hurt, man.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. And people, I get it. I get what Ben is saying. People are still buying them up. They're still buying them up.
All I see is Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy. Well,
yeah, I didn't even see that, dude.
That's all I see.
But I mean,
he got a fucking piano on his tape.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but so yeah, so I mean, you look at this one. I mean, so Stegman is selling these for 40 on his site. They're selling for 60 to 80, which I didn't know you could buy it on Stegman's website. But so he's selling them for 40. Well, he's probably paying less than $4 a piece on these. Well, he doesn't have to pay himself to do the artwork. They're making a killing off of this. I mean, 10x is the buy-in price. I mean, why wouldn't? I mean, he doesn't have to sell that many to be way ahead on this kind of a thing. So, yeah, I mean,
the first person to get Clayton Crane to sign this, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Kind of looks like Clayton Crane.
Jesus.
The story is good. This story for Vanish is good.
What is it about? I bet you the same shit as it's probably a whole bunch of different Venom stories put together. Just put it on a diet, and it's a whole bunch of this different Venom shit.
The only thing that's vanishing, the only thing that's vanishing in this book is your money.
Jesus Christ.
You know what's sad? It's getting to the point where I get more excited over the trade dress looking like the Spawn cover than the cover looking like the Spawn cover. You know what I mean? Like it would be cool. It's just cool that the trade dress. I could care less about the homage of the actual cover. I like the trade dress looking, the old school image thing. Again, nostalgia, man. It's such a freaking drug. It is such a drug.
Yeah,
man.
Got us there.
So. All right, Lord of Brooklyn says it's a good story. All right, well, I'll try and read it then.
We'll take
shout out to my man Lord of Brooklyn. Shout out to the Black Common Lords as well.
But this will probably only make it to like issue 7 before Cates can't write any farther.
Yeah.
Oh,
is he still writing Hulk? Hulk was so bad I had to quit reading. All right, enough talking shit about comics. On to the next one at number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Another foil cover, but this is awesome. This is so badass, and I wish I would have picked up a bunch of them, to be honest. You can still buy the regular ones. Yeah, man. You can still buy the regular ones at Artgerm's website. So if you guys want the regular, and the regular looks cool too. I mean, it looks really, really nice.
Is this a ratio or this is like an art germ variant?
This is the Harley 200 or the what is it? Like there's an anniversary for Harley.
Yeah, 30th anniversary, and this is it doesn't show it in this picture, and Brian always tries to get the colored pictures to make it show, but it's a 1 in 50 foil, so it is an incentive variant. It's not a store variant.
Yeah.
It's a 1 in 50, but there are store variants to this, so take that with a grain of salt as being 1 in 50. It is a $10 cover price, so yeah, so it's pricey to start with, but yeah, this one's selling the foil version of this is selling for like 70 to 80. I love the kind of reverse BA12 look to this.
Yes.
And the fact that he used like the actual BA12 trade dress in the gun. That's a really in the old DC Bullet logo.
It's so good, man. Again, nostalgia.
Yeah, this one's good. I don't know the foil. The photos of the foil always make it look real muted, so I don't know if it actually is muted or not. But
Would you pay 90 for the foil?
would I pay? Okay, would I pay 90 for the foil? Come on. I don't buy.
If you guys want the regular, if you guys want the regular, there's a link in the chat.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to pay 90 for the foil, they have them in stock at Midtown, as well as various other covers as well.
I'd pay 10 for that raw. Is that what you said it was going for? 10 on his website
for the
regular?
For the regular.
Yeah, for the regular.
Yeah.
Midtown has them for $8.99. So
I'd pay $8.99 too.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that's a great cover.
The Adam Hughes, ooh, that's pretty good.
Speaking of that, yeah. Well, how much is the foil selling for on the secondary?
For this one, 70 to 80.
Not bad. All right, on to the next one. We got 4 books to end out the list, you guys, that are amazing books. Continuing on to number 3, Usagi Yojimbo. Number 31, a Peach Momoko 1 in 25 variant. And you know what? I'm going to give Peach a little bit of love. I like this one. She's good at drawing Usagi Yojimbo.
I said the exact same thing. Like, I don't like sketch covers. I don't like Peach Momoko. This one is awesome looking. This just has a certain feel to it that just looks
the
great.
Purple, the light purple,
something. The color,
and the purple in the drawing too. Oh,
the color version of this, I don't like at all.
I agree.
The sketch, I think is awesome.
So again,
do you have the color on hand?
No, I'll look for it. But again, if we can go to that question, our colorist does Peach do her own coloring, or does somebody do it for her? And if so, there are some colorists that are, I wouldn't say ruining artwork, you know what I mean? But they're not making it as good. Here's the original. And it's not bad, dude. It's good. I'll be honest, man. This is not bad either. This is not bad at all.
I just think the pencil. I think it's a lot of
the pencil's better though. You're right.
The pencil looks with the background. I think the pencils just look better.
I agree. The pencils are better.
Yeah.
This is not bad.
But,
I'm not mad at it.
But this one I really like. It just, I don't know why. It just has something. It is a 1 in 25 for Usagi 31. So I would think that print run would be pretty low on this one. It's selling for 50 plus. I could see this one going higher than that.
I mean, will we ever see Usagi in anything?
Yeah, they're already doing that space Usagi.
That's
What,
Paul.
it's a show?
Paul's the turtle expert.
Netflix, I think, has something, but it's like his daughter, I think, or something.
Yeah, it's his ancestor, and it's in space. It's future, but it's like, it's still anthropomorphic and stuff. And I haven't heard anything bad about it. I haven't heard anybody say it was really bad or anything.
What, is out now?
Yeah, it's out.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's been out for a couple months.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of hard to mess up Usagi. I agree. I think that Peach's best work is that Usagi San Diego Comic-Con book.
Is that the one where she's in space too?
That's the one that just happened at San Diego. I'm talking about the one that happened a couple years back that IDW did. That was so hard to find. It's my favorite. It's by far one of the top 5 best ever Usagi books, in my opinion, and it is the best Peach Momoko book. It beats out her Turtles book. Do you have that one, Paul? That old school Momoko Turtles book?
I don't think so. I'd have to see the cover, but
Paul used to have everything turtle. Paul used to eat turtle food. At his fanny pack in Baltimore.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to find it. Is this it right here?
I don't
think this is it.
I probably don't, to be honest with you.
Oh, is that the one that's got like Shredder on it?
Yeah, man.
No. Oh man. Someone sent me a link to that book, and I didn't buy it, and then it was like the price just went nuclear.
It might be down now. You might pick it up.
Yeah.
You got to have this, Paul. Like, come on, you are the turtle guy. Paul was always a turtle dude.
Yeah.
Any kind of Ninja Turtle questions, you go to Paul. That's just law.
Yeah, there you go. Aaron Yeezy's got it.
There you go.
How much is that? Well, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. The Turtles 100.
What is this one selling for again, Stein?
This one's selling for 50 plus.
It's not bad. I might think about dropping 50 on it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right, next on the list. Speaking of that, Adam Hughes. There it is, you guys. We got a decent looking foil cover to show you. This is the foil version. At number 2 this week, the Harley Quinn 30th anniversary special, Adam Hughes 1 in 100 foil ratio variant. I'm going to start being that's another thing I'm going to try to do for everybody, and I'm going to try to just be such a stickler on it. We're going to call these things, we're going to say, is this a ratio variant? Is this an exclusive variant? And there should be, people should know the difference.
Yeah, and I feel like this picture like almost looks like the negative variant. I don't think that's what it really looks like.
I got that foil. It's foil.
Yeah, because like all the reds are orange, which I don't think that's what the actually looks like. But
no, that's just catching it in a light.
It's in a weird light. But yeah, this one's selling for like 175 to 200. So
what?
Yeah.
1 in 100. So I'm not surprised. Here is the original. If you guys have never seen the original, it is the art germ and this were the 2 ones to get, in my opinion. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. But there's isn't it like a regular cover of this as well?
That's the regular.
But it's like $8, $10 or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look how good it is, man.
Yeah, you can pay $8 for this. Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
again, Souza Micah has really done well at learning from
the latex, the reflection. Yeah, man.
She hits that latex just like Adam Hughes can, man.
What is that book where is it the Joker that has a bunch of robins coming out of his head?
Urban Fraser, Detective Comics. I forgot what the number was. But it
reminds me of that.
Yeah, foil does screw up the cover. That's why I try to show you guys the non-foils. But this was a decent. Usually the foil, they look really dull, and this had a little bit of shine on it that I like. So you guys get to see both of them. Be happy. How much are these selling? 150?
These are 175 to 200. There's also I actually really like the J. Scott Campbell cover of this. And he's not having a foil, but I think on his website you may be able to get a virgin copy that's going to be way more limited because his cover is just like just a $8.99 cover or $9 cover price or whatever. And I actually really like the Campbell on this as well.
Yeah. All right, you guys. We are getting ready to hit number 1. We have almost 200 live right now. We have 79 thumbs up. Do us a favor, you guys. Hit those thumbs up. We've got the Mighty Mel V jumping on the channel. We've got the great guest in Paul's Problems on the channel. And Stein is doing. Stein, have you figured out what number list this is for you now?
That's a good question.
I have not. I can tell you what number it is overall.
Okay.
Let me do like 3 clicks.
Is it over 200?
It's over 300.
Over 300 lists, you guys, so far. give us some thumbs up for that.
Hold on, let's see here. Posts. Hold on, let me look. I'll tell you exactly. This is.
Keep them coming, you guys. Keep them coming. Let's at least hit 191 thumbs up.
315.
McClay, did you just do spirit fingers?
I'm pretty good at that, dude.
Yeah, this is list number 315.
Yeah,
which is like what 3 times the amount of issues that Wizard King had.
So have you ever had a list where nobody cried about what was on it?
That's a good question too.
Never. Well, here's what we're gonna do, you guys. 194 people watching live. We have less than 100 thumbs up. I'm going to show you one of the greatest all-time moments in comic book content history while you guys give us some thumbs up.
So are you guys doing pickups?
We are doing pickups. Do you have pickups, Z? Do you want to start?
I'm gonna stop my camera. I'm gonna turn around and just grab some.
I'll let Sean grab some. I'll keep us occupied a few minutes.
All right. I know, but I like the Moon Knight like this on the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no means I am like. I am like complaining, but very happy for it. Another.
Did you guys not hear that?
This goes off the way.
No, dude, that was.
Hey, who let Simon in this motherfucker?
Dude.
So everything wasn't muted, just my camera. But anyway.
Dude, bro, that was classic.
I didn't hear it, but I was talking.
Oh, bro. Thank you
that whole
for all those thumbs up, you guys. That was in honor of Paul's problems tonight, even though he wasn't there.
Hotel Wi-Fi, perfect problem, right?
Who? You're right. Who was it that farted?
Sean.
That whole room probably smell like ass.
He thought he had muted in his camera and his mic.
That's great.
That's funny.
Oh, God, it's good stuff. All right, you guys. Number 1 this week on the Hot 10, a great fucking book, such an underrated book.
Wow.
Always should be, on the lookout for Swamp Thing number 37, the first appearance of John Constantine.
I haven't seen this book in a long time. I haven't thought about this one in a long time.
Yeah.
I remember, when I first got back into collecting, I was on the train trying to win an eBay bid, and I missed it. It was like $75. I missed it, and because I was on the train and I had no service, and it sold for like $75. I'm like, God damn. What's it going for now?
Well, so I guess you guys probably heard that they are making Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves, which is one is a bit of a shift because obviously Constantine was not in Sandman at all. It was his daughter, right? Is that who that was? Jonna?
Yeah.
Or,
but the news is all about Keanu, right?
Yeah, I mean, so, and I completely keep politics out of this, but I've read a prominent website for movie news, and they were complaining that while it was cool that Keanu was going to be doing it again, it was bad for diversity, and it went on to say that Keanu is he is like multiracial or something like that, but that didn't really matter. So I just found it really sad that was what some website decided to talk about. But I do find it weird that Keanu, when he did the first one, was kind of made fun of, and everybody talked about how bad the movie was, and now Keanu's like looked at as like a acting god, and he's still not that great of an actor. I mean, I've loved a bunch of his movies, but he's not like he's like the greatest actor in the world or anything like that. But yeah, so there was a 6.0 that sold for $250. 6.0 CGC 6.0. A 9.0 sold for $375. 9.4s are $450. the 9/8 have not hit yet. I'm wondering if people are just the 9/8 are just being held onto, or the asking prices are just through the roof. I'm not 100% sure, but
I think
yeah.
somebody that we know, I feel like it was somebody we know, found a double cover of this. Yeah. Yeah, this is a great book. I love this series. This series takes me back. I was a huge fan of like all the independent, like kind of like counterculture guys from the 80s, right? Grant Morrison, Alan Moore, Frank Miller, Neil Gaiman. That's what I was reading in high school, like searching out. I thought I was one of the, those cool kids that got high and listened to the Deftones and read Sandman, So I had a Swamp Thing collection that was the whole run of this run, this volume 2 run. And it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. And when I got older, I put all my comics in a storage locker like a lot of us do, but I didn't put the boxes up on bricks, so if it floods and it flood, and I went and picked them up and they were all destroyed. They're all wet. So,
oh my God.
Fast forward like 3 or 4 years, a couple of years back, me and my buddy Kyle, we go to this card show it's a baseball card show at a little Catholic church. We walk in and there's a guy there selling comics, and he has the whole run for $1 a piece, and they are mint. I mean, they weren't boarded, but they were all bagged, and they were never read, not a single one of them, man. And I still have it to this day. I'm so geeked about that run. And this is one of those runs that's good enough you want to go buy the whole run, man. And the later issues on these, there's some really crazy later issues in this run that are tough to find. But this Alan Moore spot of it that starts at number 20, I think, and then goes to like, I don't know, 40 something. The Alan Moore stuff is awesome, amazing. Check it out.
I want to thank you guys for having me. I'm gonna mosey on over down the drunken chat. Paul, it's good seeing you, brother.
Hey, good to see you too, Mel.
Paul pulled Mel out of retirement.
That's it. I had to show for my man Paul. Okay. I'm mosey on over there. Thank you again. I'll be back. Like I said, retirement is just brief. I'll be back a couple of weeks down the line. I'll be fully healed. Thank you to the chat for supporting me, telling me to get well, give them all the good well wishes. Much love. I'm gonna see y'all in a minute.
All right,
love you, Mel.
I see people in the chat talking about the first cameo of John Constantine, which was in Crisis and on Infinite Earths. It was written specifically to look like Sting, and if you look at the cameo that George Perez drew, it looks like Sting in that issue. So, yeah, John Constantine was based off of Sting. So.
Did not know that.
Yeah, very, very cool. Great book. I can't wait to see what happens in the future with where we're going to get Constantine, but I'll say 100% truthful, I'm kind of bummed out that they didn't go the route with that Matt Ryan guy, the guy that was just so perfect. He played Constantine absolutely perfect. There was not a better casting that could have been made than that, and I was really hoping we were going to get him in Justice League Dark. So we'll see, but I'll take any Constantine stuff I can get.
Yeah, you just want to hear Keanu say something like, "I'm an FBI agent." You're gonna go, Bodhi. You're gonna go down.
Another one of the greatest movies of all time.
People trusted you and they died.
One of my best friends named his son Bodhi after that movie. So that being said, Paul, thank you for hanging out with us, brother. We love you.
Absolutely.
And much appreciated.
Hey, make sure you go sub up to Paul's and his YouTube. He's got. I'm telling you, Paul's literally one of the funniest guys I know. Like, if you really just want some fun stuff, just follow Paul. You will thank yourself.
I have another box. I have another CGC box waiting for me at home. About to think of something.
Bro, if anybody has not watched Paul's unboxing video, it's hilarious. He's literally got a pipe. He's like got his
Sherlock pipe. Yeah,
like a Sherlock pipe. It's classic. Make sure you guys please go watch it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
That being said, tomorrow we are doing the Foreign Comic Weekend Part 4 on Instagram. I mean, on the YouTube Beyond Wednesdays YouTube channel, and also on Whatnot. Shout out to Yeezy Yee. Shout out to Josh International Comics.
Yeah.
And Rob Fordham, who are really just killing it in that world. This is kind of some of the stuff that is going to be happening. As you can see, Josh, look at some of these. These are some of the things that Josh is going to have. He's going to have a bunch of Harley stuff from Mexico, Adam Hughes stuff from Mexico, all kinds of J. Scott Campbell stuff from Mexico. So it is going to be a key.
Is he going to have avocados from Mexico?
Marvel Presents 63 from Mexico or Spain, and all of these other books are going to be available just from International Comics. So, and then I'll have some major keys for foreign books, buy it now and stuff like that. I've got some really, really rare foreign stuff, but for the most part, I'm just going to be hanging out with these guys and dual streaming it on YouTube. It'll last all before the Modern Comic Mayhem show on Saturday. So you got anything else coming up, Stein?
Nope. Just headed back to
Memphis.
Back to Memphis. Yay me.
There should be a country song called that. And that being said, we will see you guys next time. Come check out Modern Comic Mayhem on Saturday, tomorrow night. We'll see you there on Beyond Wednesdays. Make sure to sub up to House of Stein and check all the links below. Send those well wishes out to Richie. Hit him up at Popcorn Culture on YouTube. Give him a sub if you haven't already. We'll see you guys next time. Adios.
See you.